All right, let's talk about how to manifest success in your life, how to manifest success fast using the law of assumption. This is a topic that excites a lot of people. This is a topic that I spend a lot of time coaching my clients on. And whatever it may be that success means to you, whether you want a new job, a better job, or a promotion, or a raise, or start your own business, grow your business, become an influencer, whatever it is you want, those tools in this video will help you achieve more success. And it's one of these things where people use the law of assumption, the law of attraction, manifesting tools and technique to really try to create outstanding results in the fastest and easiest way. And in so many cases, it works like magic. But for a lot of people, what I see is that they get frustrated quite a lot. They get into this place where, well, why is this not working for me? I see everybody has some form of success story, and it's just not working for me. I'm doing all those techniques, I'm watching all those videos, reading all those books, I'm doing everything I'm being told, and it's not working. So if you find yourself in this case and frustrated in that way, this video will help you. The first thing is that you need to know what does success means to you. Just saying, I want to be more successful, it's so vague, it doesn't mean anything, okay? But if you know exactly what you want, now you can put things into motion. And so this is something for you to do, for you to inquire, and there's a lot of videos in this channel that can help you exactly find out what you want. Then there's a couple of pitfalls, especially in the manifestation spiritual community, that are actually working against you and creating the life that you want. Because often there's this idea in manifestation where it's like, I'm just gonna manifest it, right? It's just gonna come to me, it's going to manifest, I don't know how, it's not my problem, I don't need to do anything, it's just gonna happen. And in many cases, that's true. In many cases, there's just amazing synchronicities, things just happen by themselves, and there's like, holy shit, I didn't even do anything. And that's when you become very, very, very good at manifesting. But in some cases, especially when it comes to physical success, growing a business, getting a promotion, or being an influencer, something that requires you to do things, creating a product, selling a product, all these kind of things where you have to interact with the physical world. You have to pay close attention to what I'm about to say, because this is so important. You have to take action. That's the key that often is between you and your manifestation, is that you're not acting as if you are already that successful person now. And this is really important, because you may be taking some actions, but are you doing those actions from a place of I have to do it? Or I'm trying to be successful? Or are you doing it from a place of I'm already successful, I'm already that person that is creating that success? It's a small distinction, but that makes a massive difference. And often what I see while working with my clients is that they're very good at spending a lot of time studying all the laws, all the rules, all the teachers, all the manifestation tools, and they apply it, and they do their gratitude and journaling and visualization and affirming and whatever, but they still are not taking action. And often it's because there's a fear. There's a fear of showing up, there's a fear of being rejected, of being embarrassed, of things not working out. Often there's a hidden fear. And going into the manifestation things is a way to bypass fear. But what you're really trying to do is bypass your own personal growth, because the version of you that has already what you want and is creating consistently what you want has no fear when it comes to that thing. Example, maybe you wanna grow in your business, and right now you don't like selling, or you don't like offering your product, you feel like you're being too pushy or whatever. That version of yourself that's already successful is selling. And he or she might be selling in the most casual way, or in the most aggressive way, whichever way comes out to you. But he's not afraid to sell because he knows, or she knows, that it's your service, your product is the bomb and people need it. So there's a sense of self-worth, there's a sense of importance and certainty in what I do and who I am and who I help in that particular example. So you can see that how you show up in your action, because you can be on a sale call with somebody and you may feel like, oh my God, you already have the thoughts, they're not gonna buy, they're gonna have excuses, maybe they don't have the money, maybe they think them too expensive. right? And I see that a lot with new coaches, especially. Or you can have a mindset and a self-talk, an identity that is already a successful self, where like, people want to work with me. People are on this phone call because they know this could be a game changer for them, and I'm going to do everything I can in this phone call to make it amazing for them. So there's no doubt in your ability to sell, there's no doubt in the quality of your service, product, or whatever you're trying to do. So you can see how showing up differently based on I am that person makes a whole different thing, because your energy is completely different. So that's the first thing I strongly invite you to reflect on. How are you showing up in your work? How are you showing up in your business? How are you showing up? Are you showing up in the old way, in the old personality? Are you showing up in the new identity, in the new personality? And one of the fastest way to find out what's the new personality needs to be like is to ask yourself. And there's a few videos on this channel that really go deep into that, but you can simply ask yourself, what would my most successful version of myself, or you change that, tweak that if you want, what would that version of myself do differently? How would that version of myself show up today? How would that version of myself live his or her life differently? And write down some of the things, and you'll get a very clear picture, and you'll see if it's aligned or if it's not aligned. And then I invite you to step in that space and take action in whatever capacity you can right now. But also what you'll notice is that when you act from that place, it comes not as like, I'll work and I have to do it, or I have to work, but it's something you usually enjoy, or you want to do it because it's who you are, right? And it's a big difference. It's a massive difference. So don't be afraid to take action, face your fears, get uncomfortable, and grow, because there is this fear barrier that is between you, who you're becoming, that new self, and that old self. And your old self is going to do whatever it can to keep you in the comfort zone, to keep you in the known, to keep you in what you've been always doing, to keep you in who you've been for so long. So when you start to go out there on that phone call, or applying for that new job, or getting, that thing that you want, you're going to start to feel like maybe anxious or worried, or you have all those doubts and fears showing up. And this is when you need to show up and do it anyway. And when you do that, you're really cementing that new identity. And then the equation is very simple, because the law of attraction said that who you're being, who you're assuming to be, is what you attract and create in your life. But don't get into delusion to feel like, okay, I'm a very successful businessman or woman, and actually never work in your business. I have no product. It's like saying I want to be a successful YouTuber and never make videos, and I have no channel. It's incongruent with those two versions. That's why you need to know exactly who is that version of me that is getting that result easily, consistently, and enjoying it. And that is the massive difference when it comes to making, attracting, and creating success in your life fast using the law of assumption. Because even if people study Neville Goddard, for example, he did tremendous amount of lecture all around the US. He saw himself as that teacher, as that mystical teacher, teaching the law of assumption, helping people transform their life. But he knew that in order to do and be a teacher, he needed to, teach and have audience and share his message and do all these things. And this is who he wanted to be. And he created that lifestyle, those audience, those things, because he was consistently showing up. So that's what I invite you to do, guys. Of course, the mindset part is so critical. If you don't have the right identity, the right self-talk going on in your mind, and you still reflect to yourself in the old ways, you're going to block that manifestation as well, of course. But taking action in some cases is extremely important in order for you to be congruent, aligned with the life that you want. So I hope this makes sense, guys. Be that version of yourself now. Act as if as often as you can. Take those actions, no matter how small they can be. If you want to be a successful, YouTuber or TikToker, how many videos would that successful TikToker version of you create in a week? What kind of content? How would they engage with their audience? Think of it in that lens, and you start to see how it makes sense, and then keep on building that identity and keep on showing up, and you will see the result happening at tremendous speed. Done. I'll see you next time.